I tried to tape at Rockefeller Center again today, but because I brought up my big camera, security got me. So now I'm across the street, across from Radio City Music Hall and across from NBC, and I'm still gonna try to catch some people and ask them how they make it in NYC. So let me see if I can grab some New Yorkers. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Do you live in New York City by chance?
I just moved to Hoboken.
Hoboken? Oh,
Yeah.
but have you lived in New York City?
For 5 days.
Please live in New York City by chance? Do you live in New York City, sir? Do you live here, sir? Well, I didn't get any interviews today on the streets, so I'm gonna get myself some ice cream because I'm hot and I'm hungry. Thank you. There was no luck at Radio City Music Hall. I got kicked out of Rockefeller Center because it's private property, and then no one stopped for me when I tried to ask them questions. So now I'm at Union Square, and I'm gonna ask maybe some street performers. This guy over here is really good, and try to stop some more people on the street because I'm not leaving without some interviews.
My name is Pete. They call me Peter Rabbit. I'm known as.
Nice to meet you, Pete.
Nice to meet you.
How long have you been? What do you do actually?
I'm actually a bucket drummer. I do various things, but bucket drumming is my main thing. Bucket drumming takes me the most places. I do a little bit of comedy and stuff like that. All around entertaining, I would say.
So you go on 10 hours, dance on the subway, and then ask people for money?
Yeah.
For about 10 hours on the subway. How much would you get from that if you don't mind me asking?
At least like the most was like 200.
That's good.
200, 250, something like that.
That's good. Are you performing, or do you kind of have to do other outlets? One way of.
You can make a living off of street performing, but I've found lately, to be honest with you, it's getting tougher to do it. I'm not going to say it's so much because of the people or what you do, but just the city of New York City itself doesn't really support street performers.
If you good, like if you bad in the beginning, you're gonna be good at the end, hopefully. And then they be like, oh, I like that. That was a good performance. Here. And then some people, they don't want to look cheap, so it goes like in a lot of ways and stuff. So it's mostly about the place, the traffic, and how the performance is. Sometimes you get upset is because like, yo, I just pour all my heart out and all that, but then you remind yourself, this is what I love doing. So I'm doing what I love and I'm getting paid at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're happy.
Exactly. Even if it's not that much.
Yeah.
Do you ever get people that are mean to you or rude, like don't dance in front of me, or no, don't hand out that bucket or whatever?
It's how your body movement is, your body language. See, believe it or not, if you go on YouTube, you just see crazy things. Like, I remember one time we was dancing and we got comfortable with like the people on the side on the chain. We was dancing with them, we got like, ha ha ha, or like on them. And they didn't get mad, they were just like, yeah, smiling and stuff. Like, yeah, find some people like that, it's how friendly you are. It's how you approach a person. If you approach them positive, then they become positive to you in a way.
Are you saying, do they have a lot of permits on the streets, or there's a lot of people restricting you from certain areas?
What it is I travel a lot. All right, I'm born and raised here in New York City. I travel a lot. I go to play various places like Los Angeles, New Orleans, Louisiana, Canada and stuff like that, where they have stuff organized, and they have like New Orleans, for instance, they have a time frame where you can perform from 10 in the morning until 8 or 10 p.m. really like 10 p.m. at night. And if you're on Bourbon, it's until 8 p.m. at night. So they have a time frame where you can actually go out and perform, because this is a freedom of speech thing, where here in New York, they make you feel and seem like you're like a drug dealer, or like you're doing something wrong to people.
I rarely find somebody like, oh, get out of here with that bucket. They really don't do that. I never seen that happen.
And how long have you been doing it, since you're 10?
Yeah. Like I was starting, since 10, like I started making beats and all that, and then I'm like, let me just do what I like to do over here, because I be seeing people on the chain doing it, so I'm like, why I don't do it? And then I'm trying to help my mom and all that stuff.
So your mom doesn't mind you doing it? She doesn't feel like it's dangerous for you or anything?
Like at a certain hour, I have to be home.
With all these restrictions and with these permits. For someone who wants to come to New York and be a street performer, what do you suggest they do? What can they do to kind of make it in New York City and perform?
I would say
if they
this.
wanted to.
If you're a street performer from other places and you want to come to New York, it is possible, but it's at your own risk. You can't come with high expectations.
It was nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you as well.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck with everything. And hey, ladies and gentlemen, New York City is a great place to be. You got to still come and visit.
Yes.
Still a great place to come to. And as a city as a whole, New York City is 1,000 times better than it used to be 15, 20 years ago. So don't let
I've
anybody
heard that.
tell
So
you
many
different.
people told me
Yes,
that.
probably one of the safest places I've ever been in the world. And I travel a lot. This is a person that travels a lot. And New York City as a whole is a lot safer than it used to be. And definitely a beautiful place to come to and a good experience for anybody that has never been here. Peter Rabbit, come and holler at me, Brooklyn, New York.
Holla.